Hey, I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Shelby.
And we love talking all things marketing, business, and life, but most of all, how to turn your ideas into strategy.
We work at Bing Bang, a small marketing company that pushes brands forward to grow their business.
On the Bing Bang Download, we're going to be delivering our best marketing advice with a mixture of inspiration, wittiness, and a creative kick in the ass.
Think of this as meeting your favorite marketing gals at happy hour to have raw conversations, share honest perspectives, and most importantly, learn key takeaways to empower you to create a plan and a brand to grow your business.
Shelby, are you ready to get this party started?
Let's do it, Mackenzie. This is the Bing Bang Download. Left a good job in the city.
I bet you guys didn't know.
Looking for the
That's great. I didn't know you had that.
Tina Turner?
No, the talent of singing.
Oh.
But yeah.
Every now and then she likes to come out and play.
I guess I did my best. John was there. If I could turn back time.
For who? Who'd you do it for?
John, Melanie, and Lori.
Oh.
You're welcome.
It always sounds better in the car than when
No, it wasn't in the car. It was on a Zoom call. It was great. Just kidding. It wasn't great.
Yeah, just like that wasn't great. But
Hey, come on. It's fine. It's fine. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Bing Bang Download.
the Bing Bang Download.
Here we are. No funny business.
I almost was going to go to funny business, but I refrained myself.
I'm glad. I'm glad that you did. Any funny Super Bowl ads that you saw?
Funny. You know which one I really did love?
Which?
I think it was T-Mobile with Bradley Cooper and his mom.
Yes.
And they were like trying to film an ad, and they just kept cutting to the bloopers because the mom's like this Jersey woman that's like, I don't know, it made me laugh. And it kind of showed how ads are going away from kind of more selling and just creating that emotion piece. So I really respected that out of T-Mobile.
They are. Ads are not, I was thinking about this the other day. I was making my bed thinking, I'm like, kids these days, they're not even called commercials anymore. They're ads.
Yeah.
They're ads.
Right.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Maybe that isn't funny. To me, it was funny, a little bit depressing. I'm like, that's not an ad, homie. That's a commercial.
It's a commercial. Yeah, I guess now they're called Super Bowl ads.
Yeah, they
so
are.
Super Bowl commercials.
Because they're not commercials anymore because they are all being released pre-Super Bowl. How do you feel about that?
See, it kind of takes the spontaneity. I get it, why they're doing it. That's awesome. But it kind of takes like what ad am I going to see?
I know.
I just did it, ad.
I know. I know. It's a money thing. It's like you can get more eyeballs on your YouTube views and you get more money from your YouTube views. Yes.
Because I know the Elf one with, who's that girl that's like, Coolidge? Is that her last name?
Jennifer. Oh, yeah. Jennifer
with the
Coolidge.
primer?
Oh,
Did you see that?
No. So I really didn't engage with many Super Bowl ads this year.
That was a good one because it sold the product while also being funny. So like you were able to see the product and like the benefits of the product with a funny message behind it.
And they used an influencer, which again, like they're using more actors and influencing type people. I just feel like what is all the content we are absorbing right now and ingesting? It's all influencer based content. It's wild.
For the Super Bowl stuff, I just feel like they're constantly competing, like who can have the most celebrities in their commercial. And
Yeah.
like that's like
They need to have a commercial about who can have the most celebrities in their commercial.
that's a free idea.
Yeah.
That's
the
a good
first one's
concept.
free, honey. The next one, I'm going to charge you. I know. And then, it's like celebrities and then just influencer marketing, which you get on Instagram or TikTok. That's all we see.
All the time.
How do you feel, really? Be honest. How do you feel about influencer marketing?
I like when it's done in a very natural and organic way to the person. When they have to like construct this whole like concept to make it feel like natural and like not an ad, that's when I'm like, okay, what are you doing?
I totally agree with you. I catch myself scrolling and then I see this like intimate moment of like two people dancing with this like perfect track and like the copy over top of it. And I'm like, they're dancing in their living room. That's so sweet. I go to hit the like button. I'm like, wait a second. For me to see them dancing in their living room, someone had to set up a camera, go grab their boyfriend and say, let's dance real quick. Like, no, it's not an intimate moment.
No.
It is ad.
Yeah, I know.
That drives me nuts, and it makes me want to just blow the whole thing up and be
And
like,
it's
why
like-
are you setting up yet? Because then I become a troll, and I don't like trolls either.
And then it's like trickling down into normal people who are just like on the app. Like they'll just set up their camera like if they're crying to like be real.
Oh.
And I'm like, what? Like no one wants to see you crying in your bathroom.
No one wants to see you crying in your bathroom. And like you don't need to feel, there's a fine line between being authentic and oversharing.
There is. We
yeah.
should talk about that someday. What is the line between getting too personal online? Because
Yes.
there is one.
There is one.
There is one. And we'll call you out when there is one. Or
Yes.
Mackenzie will. She'll troll you.
No, I won't. I'm not a troll yet.
But even with with you and I, like not you and I, because we're very present in the moment, but like
Yeah, we are.
everything's like an Instagrammable moment. Like, what can I get footage of, or how can I make my
know.
life seem like this movie? And I'm like,
I know, and it's hard, like, especially with having kids. It's like I want to capture every moment, but then I also want to be present for every moment.
Right.
But I'm like, I also want to be able to look back on this moment, because what if my mind goes someday and I don't have that mental picture
know.
anymore? I want to have the picture printed out. I know it's like it's an internal battle that I think a lot of people face every day. But
Yeah.
it's content, baby, and I guess that brings us to the topic.
hello.
Content.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about content in the day because we know people tend to run out of content ideas. They're like, we don't know what to post. We have nothing to share. We have nothing to post about. And we're here to tell you that you absolutely do.
You do. You
So
do.
what Mackenzie is going to do right now,
I am.
she was being a little sneaky, a little brown noser.
God, do you know the definition of brown noser? Shelby doesn't.
Well, okay, who else knows the line from the Lizzie McGuire movie? You're a sneaky little brown noser with a hidden agenda. The amount of people I've probably insulted.
Put the
'cause
context around that, where they were probably kissing someone's ass, and that's why they're a brown noser.
because
Yeah,
that was a kiss ass moment. Yeah,
because that's what a brown noser is, Shelby.
when I was 10, didn't know that.
I guess.
But she posted onto our Instagram stories yesterday, and she asked all of our followers what their definition of content was, and she got some pretty good responses.
I
if you
did.
say so
I
myself.
did. I'm going to run through some of them right now. Oh my gosh, people are still replying, which is great. Okay.
You're so popular.
Uh,
You're such an influencer.
yeah, I'm an influencer of content. Okay. One answer: info that captures attention / is displayed aesthetically.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. This is from our friends at Team Klein Electric over in Ankeny, so I will call them out. We love them.
Yeah.
Go to them for all your electric needs. I'll tell you that. Commercial or residential. That one's free too.
Damn it.
A visual representation of the problems we solve and value we offer. Love that. Let's see. Oh, I also wanted to point out that your mom and my mom were the most recent likes on our.
Heart it.
Yeah, of
My
course they
mom
did.
likes to heart our shit.
Yeah, my mom too.
Love her.
Someone else said this is hard to put into words, interested in seeing other people's answers, because it really is hard to, I mean, content is everything, which we'll get to, so it's hard to put into a definition.
Yeah.
Someone else said photos, videos, and literature. That's Miranda. Hey, I know you, girl. Sean said anything that you consume visually or audibly. My friend Jay said this Instagram. So thank you,
True.
Jay. I love that. So yeah, a lot of great answers. And guess what? None of them are wrong.
No.
All of them are right.
How do you view content? What's your definition?
Anything can be content.
That was mine too. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say everything.
Everything. and especially as we were talking about influencers and ads, like you can take the most mundane part of your day and create that into video content or written content. A tweet is
Yeah.
a piece of content,
Yep.
especially now that we're going to talk about repurposing. Have you been seeing like the trend? People repurpose their tweet to post on Instagram.
Yes.
I know.
Yep.
So we'll get to that. But anything, it's anything you can see, hear, touch that is associated with the brand. What do you think?
Yeah, like I said, I think it's everything. It's
Yeah.
anything. Like what we're doing now, content. What we're gonna do later with this, content. What I don't know, like the shot you have in your bathroom crying, content.
Unfortunately, it's content.
content.
You know, not all content's good.
That's a good point. It is content, but is it good content?
Is it good content? Question mark. I don't think so. Would it confuse your grandma?
Yeah.
If it would, maybe don't.
Honey, I saw you crying on your Instagram.
Is everything okay? Everything Everything's fine,
No,
Grandma. I did it for the likes.
Yeah.
Now that's embarrassing. If the answer of why you recorded something would be so embarrassing you wouldn't want to tell your grandma, don't post it.
What a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
That's the lesson. That's a takeaway from
That's
today.
a takeaway. This is a cut down.
This is a cut down. Okay, so we know that everything is content, but we get that it can still be overwhelming and feeling like you have nothing to post.
Yep.
Like we get that from the perspective of we work with so many different clients in so many different industries. Like we create content for IP attorneys. We create content around unleaded 88. We create content for therapy, which is kind of good for us. It's like therapeutic in itself, you know?
It is. I love those, what are they called? Oh my gosh.
Affirmations?
Affirmations.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to borrow that one.
I'm going to save that
Repeat it on my drive home.
to myself. You're
To
just
myself.
like rocking. As you're singing your song.
I do have a scheduled cry this afternoon, so maybe it would help.
Wrap this up.
Yeah.
So we want to empower you that there is like content everywhere in your business, in the daily life of your business, and that you can create something out of nothing and have it draw interest to your business so it can grow.
Exactly. And, think about a lot of times we are so close to our businesses that we take things for granted. We're like, no, this is an action I do. This is a task that I do. This is a service I provide. Oh my gosh, right there, I just listed 3 pieces of content, again, video, any type that you can talk to people about, your audience about, that can be turned into something of value for them. Like, yes, you may think there's no value in it, but to someone who doesn't know about your business, there absolutely is.
Yeah. And like the possibilities that come from sharing that content, it's like astronomical. Like if you were to see even us, like we're very regular about posting content. Like a year ago from what we're doing now, like it is just, it's grown our business far and wide than it was a year ago from now.
Yes. I do have some Mac stats if you want them before we get into
Mac
the meat.
stat.
Okay. So let's see. What factors lead to the success in content marketing? 47% of people are going to research their audience. 46. Sorry, you guys. It's Friday. Getting a
put an E on that bad boy.
little loosey-goosey up in here. 42% of people said updating existing content has boosted their content marketing value. 41% said analyzing their competitors influenced the success of their strategy. 40% said creating more visual and video content improved their content marketing. So it's like, and that was updated 3 days ago, 2023.
Thanks, HubSpot.
Yes, thank you, HubSpot, our partner.
Because we know the value of content, we want to empower you to like work smarter, not harder with it. Because I'm sure that there's content that you have, and we want to be able to maximize the content that you have.
Yep.
So we do this work smarter, not harder thing on a regular basis in our daily lives.
We try.
I do. I am one where, to get like really personal, like if I were to run an errand, I don't spread out that errand. Like I'll do everything in one time.
Yep.
Are you like that?
I am like that. Like, and we've talked about this before. We want tomorrow us to thank yesterday us for lightening the load of the day. And so in my former world, I worked for a corporate job. And so we had these things called kaizens. And it was all about, it's a Japanese term, please, if that's wrong, I'm so sorry, but it's all about cutting the fat out of processes and making any process lean. So we would take any process that we would do in the corporation, put it up on the board, take out the unnecessary steps, and make that a leaner process so it was more efficient, quicker, better for the organization. I know. So like doing all your errands in one day rather than tomorrow, like that is a Kaizen. You're doing mini Kaizens.
Or like meal planning. Like I wish I was more of like a Sunday meal plan so I didn't have to worry about it throughout the week, but I'm just not like that.
You like to go spend a bunch of money every day at the grocery store like
No.
I used to do? I used to do that.
Really? You would like make a meal every, like go to the
No,
grocery store?
well, yeah, I'd like run and grab shit at the grocery store and eat it. I don't know. That was,
I am way too lazy for that.
yeah.
I'm like a one and done a week.
That's good. That's
And
great.
I don't even go in. I pick them up.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. God, it overwhelms me.
Now that I've moved to rural life and I rarely leave my house, going to Hy-Vee or Target is an absolute treat for me. I look forward to it.
You go to Target today?
Probably not. I do need some formula, so we'll see.
Nice.
Anyway.
Relatable.
Keep her moving. Yeah.
So
relatable.
Since we use this kind of idea in our normal daily life, why not use this in our content creation strategy? So we want to make sure that you're doing this efficiently because we do know, like, trust us, we know it takes a lot of time to create, plan, organize, share, edit all this content. So we are going to teach you today how to take one piece of main content and repurpose it across multiple platforms so it can help you work smarter, not harder in your business.
Yep.
So I have a little Shelb stat.
Give it to me.
Before we get into the strategy, let's explain why you should repurpose your content. Studies show that the average user on social media will platform hop. Do you know what platform hopping is?
Yes. So you are on Instagram and then you're like, well, better go see what those professionals are doing over on LinkedIn. Better whip up some zinger and tweet it out on Twitter.
Oh.
And then maybe I'll go see what grandma's up to on Facebook.
Yeah.
Am
you
I
don't
right?
have TikTok anymore, do you?
No. You know why?
TikTok.
Those are my secrets and my secrets only.
But yes, that's exactly what platform hopping is. And I catch myself doing it. I'm not a big scroller. I guess I do it in the morning.
Yeah, I scroll in the morning. I would rather hop than scroll.
Yeah.
I do. I like to keep it fresh.
Next.
Yeah.
Because you get bored.
I do get bored.
Okay, so because of this idea of how people platform hop, we are going to avoid someone seeing the same content on different platforms at the same time because no one is going to engage with your content. Like Grace said, we're on Instagram. Oh, I see Bing Bang posted this reel. And then if I were to hop over to Facebook and see the same reel, odds are someone's not going to engage with it because they already saw it on another platform. Then we want to keep things fresh. We want to keep things light.
That is true. I will say, though, if you're just getting started on your content, it's okay. Like if you're just getting started on your content journey, it is okay. This is probably like the intermediate lesson. And because, if you're just getting started, you're like, oh my God, well, I can't post it. Yes, you can. But as you grow and as you start to build those followers, yes, totally agree with Shelby. We need to keep it fresh. So once they hit, they're not saying the same thing. I agree. Sorry. I got to play the devil's advocate.
But
for those oldies.
This is why we're going through this process today. Like you said, we're trimming the fat. It's an easy to follow process. So it's not that difficult and hard to be able to be fresh to your audience's eyes.
Right.
To get them engaged. So how do we do this? You first need to identify your mothership platform is how we call it. So this is where all your content is posted first, where you'll show up no matter what. Some could say it's your favorite child.
Okay.
Moms say they don't have a favorite child, and I don't believe that.
No.
They
No.
They have to.
No.
No?
They don't.
Okay.
I mean, I have a girl now, so if I had to choose, and she's the baby, but I'm not choosing. But if I had to, hey, Ro.
Okay. We see you, girl.
I see you, girl. Cute in
So
her
this is where
pajamas.
all your content is posted first. So it's usually a longer piece of content, like we said. It's either a podcast like this or a long form video that you can then splice up onto different platforms. So in our case, ours is Instagram because people love to engage with us on there and interact with us, as you saw from our lovely Instagram stories.
And that could change based on our goals for the year, let's
Yep.
say, or goals for the organization. That could
Or
definitely change.
the piece of content that it is. So
True.
like a normal piece of content for us, I'll do Instagram, then we'll do LinkedIn, then we'll do Facebook, then we'll do YouTube. And so it kind of flows in that way. But if it was a podcast, first we do podcast, then we do blog posts, then we do YouTube. So it's a different flow and format based on not only the content, the type of season you're in your business, where you need to put more priority and time towards. So yes, feel free to adjust it and test it and change it up because you'll be able to see some things too, I think.
Oh yeah, we can see what type of content performs better over on LinkedIn. And it's so funny, we can just see, and so we know it's going to perform better. We definitely know it's going to perform better on each channel, and that's just learning to understand that. Write down, make a note, make a document, track this stuff so you can see, so you're not, maybe something doesn't perform at all on one of those. I'm sorry if you're going to get to this.
No.
Maybe it doesn't perform at all. don't waste your time doing it then.
Yeah.
Really don't waste your time doing it. We're talking about cutting the fat. Put that energy toward another platform then.
Yeah, we definitely experienced that as we came into 2023, not only like switching up what platform was our secondary platform, which we'll get into later, but trimming the fat of like what wasn't serving us necessarily in the best way, and even re-strategizing like what platforms potentially could, and trying to share content on there too.
Yep.
So, gosh, you just are moving me along in my little
Well, you
document
know, I am
wrote out.
one living, breathing segue. So you're welcome.
So now we threw a lot at you. And before you get overwhelmed, we actually do want to pause and say that we do have a download guide for this.
We do. Yes,
And our
we
newsletter.
do. We have a freebie. So yes, you can find, so this podcast is going to come out the same day as the newsletter. If you are not signed up for the newsletter, go visit the show notes of this podcast episode.
Yes.
There will be a sign up link there
For the newsletter.
for the newsletter. Then you will get sent the newsletter for the week. If you're not already, if you are, hey, it's already in your box. You're probably already reading it alongside. Who are we kidding? Like, you're like, oh, is this when they talk about the content? Yeah, I'm sure.
They're like, what's next? We already know.
Yeah, we already know. We're also going to be posting on social media another sign up link. So there's going to be a couple ways that you can.
100%.
And we're going to serve it up to you on a silver platter. Like, if you still don't do it, I'm sorry. You're on your own. I'm just kidding.
We can only give you so much.
Yeah, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make it sign up for the email link.
But if you need help, like, you can DM us too. Like, we'll
I
give it. We'll send it to you.
guess. Damn.
Unless Mackenzie takes over the.
Yeah, I'll take it over again, change the password.
Sorry, you didn't. I shall troll you.
Oh, yeah, I'll troll you. Dang.
So now we're going to kind of come full circle and go back to the question, what do I post? Now, a place where you like to start is just, I guess in my brain too, you should see my document that I have. It is,
This one right here?
no, my one where
Oh,
I
yeah.
plan.
There's things on the side.
Yeah,
a lot.
I listen and I write down common questions that I hear from customers or people online that I want to address in my content, just because I know they're wanting that answer and I know they're wanting that information, so that helps drive me to create that content for them.
Yeah.
So from there, we want to give you the final piece of this puzzle, which is the secondary platform part. So this is where it gets a little, not tricky, but it's just implementing the process, like we said, so people can avoid seeing the same content on multiple platforms. So what we do is, and you'll notice that like 90% of our content is the same on all platforms. I'd say 80-90%. What we do differently is the time it's posted, the day it's posted, and we tweak it to fit the platform it's on. We respect the platform
audience,
that
yep.
it's living on. So what we do, I like to try to do like a week and 4-ish hours. So if I were to post something at 10 a.m. on Monday, I'm going to post it at 2 p.m. the following Monday. So I can reach different people who are on there. Like some people are on Facebook in the morning and some people are in the
I
afternoon.
love that. Okay, so that's great. So if I'm looking at, say, our LinkedIn, and I'm a platform hopper, I'm going to bounce over to Bing Bang's, or I'm going to, pop over to Facebook, start scrolling. Oh, there's Bing Bang again, but it's not the same thing I just saw on LinkedIn. It's maybe from a week ago,
Right.
It's in that schedule. So it's fresh to me on
Yeah.
that platform.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Girl Erin here, she even brought up to me one time, she was like, I swear I just saw a reel that you posted on Instagram last week on Facebook this week. I'm like, yeah, that's how it works.
That's how it works.
And it just elevates your brand to make it feel like the audience on that platform, like you're serving them content specifically for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's okay if they see it twice too, because it takes 7 times for a message to really absorb.
And from that 7 times, like what percentage of people, of your followers even, like actually see your content? Like it is
We talked about the algorithm last time.
that little sucker.
I'm not going to talk bad about her. I don't want her to come.
She's a bitch.
I don't want her to come at me. I don't want her to come at me.
To wrap this up, respecting the platform that you're posting on. So what we do in our business is, especially when it comes to like Instagram, that's our mothership where a lot of reels live, short form content lives. the way we repurpose that for LinkedIn or Facebook is we'll either post the horizontal video, I'll post an image and then explain like a longer caption to go along with it. So even like making small tweaks to the language that they use on the platform.
Definitely.
Like that kind of helps make it a little more native, so you're not just like copying and pasting everything over.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's so key. So not only are we can repurpose it to literally take a video and then write a blog about it. So that's one way to repurpose it. But we can post a video twice, change the caption depending on where you are and what your audience is. So exactly. We're promoting a lot of culture and recruitment and like just fun times over on Instagram. But also it's a selling tool. It is. But over on LinkedIn, like less fun times, more professionality, and just changing that copy because, people on LinkedIn, they are scrolling. They want to get right to the point. What can you do for me to help move my business forward? Boom, done. Signed, sealed, delivered. So I mean, just respect the platform, like Shelby said.
And in our free guide too, we give you a huge list of different ways you can repurpose content. Like we gave a couple, like LinkedIn, Facebook, but you could also do like Instagram stories, podcasts, blog posts, like you mentioned. Like this is going to be turned into a blog post. So there's so many different ways to look at it. You could do a graphic, I don't know, we already said blog post, but
yeah, just do not ever assume that just because you created a piece of content, it's never one and done.
Right.
Like that can stretch you into 2 or 3 months, like depending on how you do it. And it will stay fresh no matter, so just depending on how you do it. Again, put yourself in the customer's shoes on that platform, who would be on that platform. So it is looking at things a little differently, but you need to be doing that to your brand anyway.
Right, especially even like with this, because we look at this and we cut up different parts of it for social media. And like if you were to look at that, like we normally do about 3. That's 3 different posts that you have done from one piece of content that you are already repurposing on so many other platforms. But it's like a day's post and it's done with content you already created.
Exactly.
You know what we call that? Working smarter.
Not harder.
We made it.
We made it. We always do. We always do. Another way, just really quick, like if you're seriously struggling about what to post about your business, you're just sitting there. You're like, I don't know. Like, sit down with a friend and be like, fire off some questions about what you want to know. Write those questions down. Reverse engineer it. Create content about it.
Yeah.
Write about that question, like that answer. Like, well, what services do you provide? Well, funny you ask. Boom. Like that's something to create.
Why did you start your business? Yes. Here's why.
Here's why. People love to know the why. Ooh, boy, do they.
Don't get me started on that why.
Why?
That was nice.
That was gross. We might ask to cut that out.
Are they going to? No, John says no.
Okay.
It's a negative from the booth.
Well, yeah, to break it down, you create one piece of content, man.
Pick your mothership platform and then pick your secondary platform to share a week and 4 hours later, and keep doing that with each platform that you choose and that you want to be on. But also don't overwhelm yourself with being on all the platforms everywhere.
No, my gosh.
That just leads to burnout.
Sometimes you don't need a TikTok. I hate to be the one to say it, but sometimes you don't. So don't try too hard. And again,
John doesn't like TikTok.
If you're embarrassed to tell your grandma why you were filming yourself crying in the bathroom, don't do it, babe.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It's not the time. Not the place.
So anyway, that's what we're here for.
If you want more kick in the ass, be sure to follow us on Instagram at It's Bing Bang. And please, we'd love if you leave a little review on our show, because that's how we are able to grow and reach more marketing aficionados like yourself.
Like you. And there's a little treat in it for you. We haven't given out all those gift cards yet. We've given out a few of them. But come on, baby, do it.
I don't even think we talked about that on here, really.
Oh, that there's an incentive?
Yeah.
Maybe they need to sign up for the newsletter to really find out.
Shit.
I don't know.
Shots fired. There's that troll again.
There she is. Man, she's on one today.
I love it.
I love it too. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.